You know, I used to say to Kevin all of the time, I don't want to be with you. And he'd basically say to me, tough, if he couldn't have me, nobody else was going to be able to have me. I made peace with the fact that I was going to sit in abuse until one of us died. Narcissistic abuse it does the worst things to your mind. You know, you generally believe it in the end, but then when it's paired with financial abuse, physical abuse, sleep deprivation, they really know how to keep pushing and you know, get you to the point of I'd give up completely on myself. There was no fight left in me whatsoever. He always made me feel like he was cleverer than me, that whatever I did, he could counteract it. You know, there was no getting away from him. He wasn't done yet, so that was the end of it. When people will sit there and say, oh, you know, the first time somebody lifts a hand, the first time somebody crosses a line, you know, the first time people do these things, that isn't necessarily the case, because it is constant, and that's how they do it. It's constant insults, it's constant put downs, it's constant control, it's constant fear. There's no get out of it. That's how you feel at the time. He had a way with people. People always thought he was amazing. He would help my mum, you know, oh, I'll give your mum a lift, she's not very well to the hospital. Well, yeah, well, of course, I'll look after the kids while you go and look after your mum, you know, and he'd make everybody know that he'd done these things. And, you know, so he'd portray himself in a better light. Because he was very good like that around other people, that made it even harder for me to go to people and say, this is happening or this is happening, because number one, I was too scared of him, and number two, he's already telling them that he's really trying. And then if I'm going to say, well, actually he isn't, it's only me that's going to get the consequences in the end. So I think that's really important as well. You know, if somebody's coming to you and they're saying, you know, I've been with this man now for a long time and I have 3 children there with him, or however many children, you know, I'm telling you I don't love him. So why are you sat in that situation? That is the first question. You know, if somebody is going to share that with you, why are you sat there with him? And because I can guarantee there's a bigger reason for that. We don't sit in places we don't want to be unless we haven't got a choice. It was always okay for me to have friends for a little bit. This was included family as well. There's lots of family that haven't really been around me over the years that now we have back, and you know, and which is amazing. But over the years they wasn't around us because he didn't like it. There were certain people like my dad. He didn't like my dad being around us because he obviously seen him as a threat. And every friend I made or any kind of activity I wanted to do or anything was okay until it wasn't okay, and then I was expected to stop, and that was earlier on. By the later years, nothing was particularly okay. I used to still try and, you know, go out for my sister's birthday or, you know, with my friends, and very quickly on I learned that there was just no point. There was no point in me trying to do any of them things. I'd be accused of everything. He would take my phone and I'd have to sit there while he read through every single message. As the time went on, he had the biggest obsession with me having my hair cut. My hair was always an absolute state. My sister would like buy me a hair voucher for my birthday or for Christmas, because she'd be like, Luce, why are you having your hair cut, And I'd be like, oh no, because I knew the minute I went home with cut hair, it was just awful. Over the 14-year period, I think if I had my hair cut 3 or 4 times, that was quite lucky. I couldn't wear certain clothes. If I bought anything that was maybe a little bit more revealing, and I've never wore too revealing clothes, or if it was like, well, where are you wearing that to? Where are you going to wear that? That was the issue. Well, why am I buying that? What was my plans, to go to wear that? And he would tell me I look ridiculous quite often. Anything I did was an issue. I can remember over the lockdown period, I'd put some weight on because I think we just all ate too much, and so after lockdown I said, right, that's it, I'm going on a diet, and so I did, and I got to the weight where I wanted to be at, and I walked in the bedroom and I was really happy. Like, I'd really tried hard, it wasn't easy, I was really happy about this. And I walked in and I said to him, I'm so happy I've hit goal weight. And I said, I feel like I can rule the world. And it was the worst words that could ever have come out of my mouth, because I felt good about myself. And, that was an absolute no in his book. I'm sitting here today, and I think it's so important to say to you, I'm still not 100% healed, I'm not, but I am doing well, and there is a way out of it. You can get out of this. There is so much help and support out there, and you will be okay again, and you will see that all the bad that you think in yourself, which I have done for so long, and I think I'm not worthy of anything, you will see that again. And I am a good mum, and I was a good partner, and I'm a good daughter, and I'm a good sister, and I'm a good auntie, but they're all the things that they didn't want you to believe you were any good at. I made peace with the fact that I was going to sit in abuse until one of us died. And sometimes I used to stand in my kitchen and I would like daydream of just a little house with the kids and the sun shining, and I'm baking and the kids are grabbing cakes off the side, and he just wasn't there. And all them little thoughts kept me going. And I used to think, okay, when one of my children get to a certain age, I'll try and leave. When the boys get older, I'll try and leave. And then I got to the point where I was like, I'm never going to be able to leave. I just have to make peace with the fact that this is my life. And I'm here to tell you that you never have to make peace with that. That isn't something that's okay, and you can get out and have a relatively normal and happy life. And I think that's very important compared to where I was 3 years ago compared to now. I never thought I would sit and have the confidence to do something like this. I never thought I would be able to sit in a police station and give 14 years worth of evidence against a man who apparently loved me, and a man who I was actually terrified of. I never thought I would be able to. So if you are sitting in abuse now, there is hope and there is light, and there is a way out. I absolutely promise you there is.